When Ava stood on the edge of the rooftop, staring down at the street below, she whispered one last question. Why does my life never get better, no matter how hard I try? But someone behind her said, maybe it's not life. Maybe it's the way you see it. Ava Brooks was only 23, but her life felt heavier than most people twice her age. She worked long hours at a bakery. She lived in a tiny apartment with peeling walls. She barely earned enough to survive. Every day felt the same. Wake up tired, work until exhausted, come home hopeless. And life didn't stop hitting her. Her mom was sick. Her bills kept growing. Her boss constantly shouted at her for small mistakes. People around her moved forward, but Ava stayed stuck. Nothing good ever happens to me, she said almost every day. Her mind was filled with negative thoughts. She believed she was unlucky. She believed she was not enough. She believed life had chosen her to suffer. Slowly, this thinking became her biggest prison. One night, Ava returned home drenched in the rain. Her clothes were soaked, her bag was wet, and her whole body shivered. And then she saw an eviction notice on her door. She dropped to her knees and cried. She felt like she was drowning in problems she never asked for. Her mom video called her at that moment, but Ava wiped her tears quickly and forced a smile. "Are you okay, sweetheart?" her mom asked gently. Ava lied. "Yes, Mom. Everything's fine." But inside, she was breaking into pieces. After the call ended, Ava looked at the empty room around her and whispered, "I'm tired. I'm so tired." That night, she had a mental breakdown. She felt worthless. She felt invisible. She felt like life had already decided her fate, and she had no power to change it. That's why she climbed to the rooftop, not to jump, but because she wanted to feel something different than pain, even for one moment. She stood there, shaking, when she heard a calm voice behind her. It was an old man with kind eyes. He wasn't scared. He wasn't shocked. He just stood beside her and said, "You know, life is not hurting you. It's your thoughts that are hurting you." Ava looked at him angrily. "What do you know about my life?" The old man smiled gently. "Everything. Because I used to think the same way." He sat on the edge, legs hanging freely, and continued. "When my wife died, I thought my life was over. When I lost my job, I thought I was a failure. I hated myself. I hated life. But then I realized something. Life gives pain. But my mind was making it worse." Ava wiped her tears but listened. He added, "Your thoughts shape your world. If you think everything is against you, you'll only see problems. But if you believe something good can happen, you'll start noticing chances." Ava whispered, "My life is just too hard." He nodded. "I know, but listen carefully. Your life won't change until your thinking changes first." He pulled out a small folded paper from his pocket. "These are 3 rules that saved my life," he said. Ava opened it. "Speak one positive sentence every morning. Find one thing to be grateful for each day. Take one small step forward, no matter how tiny. Do this for 30 days, he said softly. "Your world will start changing." Before she could ask his name, he slowly walked away. Ava didn't jump. She didn't cry. She just stood there, holding that paper tightly. The next morning, she tried the first rule. "I can improve my life. Slowly, but I can." And something small shifted inside her. One tiny spark. She tried the other rules, day after day, step by step, little by little. She applied for new jobs. She attended free online courses. She practiced gratitude. She stopped calling herself unlucky. And slowly, truly slowly, her life started changing. She got a better paying job at a cafe. She moved to a cleaner apartment. Her mom's treatment improved. She made new friends. She smiled more. People at her new job often said, "Ava, you're always so positive." She would smile and think of that rooftop night. One evening, months later, Ava went back to the rooftop not to escape life, but to thank it. She looked at the sunset and whispered, "I didn't need life to be easier. I needed my mind to be stronger." Her voice was calm. Her heart was full. Dear viewers, positive thinking does not remove problems, but it gives you the strength to rise above them. Change your thoughts, and your life will follow.